Hey, this is Nitin from Illucia, and you're watching Metal DNA. These are the top 10 heavy metal bands that has influenced us, and they go in no particular order. Dio. Dio is one of the greatest influence on the band. To me personally, I really love Ronnie James Dio's vocals. I mean, I haven't heard anything powerful as what he did back in the day. And as far as the members of Dio go, I really like Vivian Campbell as the guitarist. I mean, he's the idol to me. And Vinny Appice is a great drummer from Dio. Overall, Dio has a great place in my heart. So, uh, our major influence would be Dio. Judas Priest again is our influence. So yes, 80s was the right time for rock and roll, and like they are one of the bands which has influenced us with all that twin guitar stuff. You know what Glenn and KK Downing have done, and I mean I really love overall what Judas Priest had done to the band. I mean the influence what we draw. So some of the albums which I really love are Turbo and Painkiller, Defenders of Faith, Stained Glass, Jagulator, Timber. I mean, really great album. So the list can go on and on. So yeah, Judas Priest is again our influence on the band. This would not fall under heavy metal category, but back in the day, my granddad had sourced out ABBA the Greatest Hits cassette, and I fell in love with that group. And till today, it's been the greatest influence to me and my guitar playing. So ABBA uh, is again my greatest influence. Coming to more technical side and more of the progressive sounding stuff, uh, there's this band called Fates Warning. We draw a lot of influences from this band because of the technicality and top-notch songwriting. So albums like Awaken the Guardian and Parallels are few records which have really impacted us. So Fates Warning is our influence. Another brilliant heavy metal band from America. It's called Omen. I mean, these guys back in the day when they started off, they had a very different sound altogether. What heavy metal should sound like. I mean, they did sound a lot different. So, Omen has impacted us a lot. And the guitarist of the band, Kenny Powell, is a sick riff writer. And I look up to that guy. I mean, he's old now. And he's still doing his job. So recently, I had discovered this band called Prettymates. They are a Danish rock heavy metal band. Uh, I mean, they're from the 80s, and I happen to own a copy. It's called Future World. It's an album by Prettymates. Like the title says, Future World, they were pretty much ahead of the time, and it it is a lot greater stuff. I mean, more power metal mixed with a lot of you know old 80s rock and roll stuff, and I really love that stuff. You should definitely check it out. Yeah, Black Sabbath is probably the first heavy metal band I would have heard. And like the trio, like the members like Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, when we started off with the band in 2014, we were particularly drawing influence from these three guys as the instrumentals go, and it did impact us a lot because I mean nothing can beat Sabbath. So Sabbath again a great influence. Another Dio territory I would like to mention is Rainbow. I mean, pure rock and roll. So, in the band Illucia, we draw a lot of rock and roll influences. I mean, more inclined towards rock and roll. And Rainbow, again, Dio. So, anything Dio has touched is influence for us. So, Rainbow, a great influence. And These guys have marked a great brilliance in the band. Led Zeppelin, any day. I mean, pure rock and roll again. So, Led Zeppelin also has influenced us in a lot of ways, especially like the way these guys had a different sound. I mean, they had a very huge sound. So, yes, Led Zeppelin again has influenced us a lot. Yeah, so the last band would be Iron Maiden. Like I said, this is in no particular order. So, Iron Maiden, both Diano and Bruce Dickinson's era have impacted us a lot. I mean, I personally love David Murray's songwriting. Overall, the band has been a major influence to us. Iron Maiden any day. I mean, we just love Iron Maiden, and yeah, so these are some of the bands which has influenced us. I mean, there are more, but yeah, we got to stick to 10 bands.